Well, officials across the country are calling in to help to combat voter fraud, echoing what Donald Trump has been saying all along about that.
Now, do you think those ballots are properly counted? I know they're all saying, oh, of course, everything is so legitimate, everything is so. Perhaps I'm a more skeptical person.
Investigating cases in Nevada, Iowa, Missouri, and Florida, among others. So what exactly are they looking for, and what might this mean for Election Day? Here to weigh in, former Department of Justice official Kelly Riddell. Kelly, good morning. Thanks for being here.
Good morning. Thank you.
So you have this going on in a number of key battleground states. Some of them, early voting has been going on for some time now. How real is this threat?
The threat is real. We saw this summer 2 voter registration databases being hacked in Arizona and Illinois by what they think is Russian hackers. We have nearly half of the states having their voter databases penetrated, and ABC News says that 4 of those states have been successfully penetrated. So this is a real concern in terms of these voting machines and hacking that's going on with them. You know, the U.S. is such a diverse system, and all 50 states have different machines and different ways to do this. So a coordinated attack on the entire U.S. would be very difficult to pull off, and that's what James Comey says. But it is very reasonable to think that in some states would be targeted by foreign hackers.
Right. And what are these hackers wanting at the end of the day? Are they wanting to impact the result of our elections, or are they just wanting to get people's personal information to use that?
Yeah, well, in the 2 cases this summer, it was basically to get personal. James Comey said it was basically to get personal information and then sell that online. But then you have people like Adam Schiff, who's a Democrat from California, who said it's not if these foreign hackers are going to hack, it's when and whether they're trying to mess with November or not.
Kelly, what can people do about it as they think about voting? They think about just the future, the reality that we all face now going forward. What can we do to stop this?
Paper ballots. That's a surefire way to make sure that your vote is counted, and if in these close battleground states where every vote matters, there's actually a paper trail. It's an old method, but it's a sure method. You know, 46 states have requested from the DHS officials to have their voter systems basically cleaned up and do a swipe on them to make sure that there are no bugs, there are no frauds. But the problem with that is it takes a while for DHS to get into these systems and clean them up, so there's no guarantee that by November 8th, all these systems will be hack-free. Just make sure that when you're voting, if you're voting on a machine, that who you're voting for comes out at the end. We've seen some cases in Texas where people have been wanting to vote for Donald Trump and it flips to Hillary Clinton.
Right.
So make sure you're doing it right.
And this time it matters more than ever, as we've been showing everyone this morning, just how neck and neck the polls are nationally, but also in some of these key battleground states. This is something Donald Trump has been talking about for a very long time now. Does it have the potential to really impact the outcome? Because if so, I mean, Donald Trump's going to say, wait a minute, this is not okay.
Yeah, you know, it's like I said before, it's really hard on a national level to coordinate a national attack. But in some battleground states, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, and Georgia all have old machines that have no paper trail. So, we know all of those states are very, very close. So if you're a voter and you if you just text something's up, you need to go to your local authorities and report it.
Yeah, maybe time for a little update as well.
Yeah,
Kelly Riddell,
exactly.
good to see you this morning.
Thanks, guys.
An important issue.